people of the internet. My name is Jagero and this is Dialogues with Zippy. Zippy, how are you doing?
I make mistake tena. Tunafanya hivi kwa nini?
Zippy. Dr. Zippy.
You're catching up. Utazoea.
Jalango tearing talking about his degree, man.
Yeah, so it's not. It's not easy. Let him talk about his degree. You know, kwanza kusoma, let me tell you, I teach people even 40, 50s. If I see somebody who's in their 50s in my bachelor's class, man, mad respect. I cannot even get that person a retake.
A what?
A retake. Ati amefail, ati atafanya tena. No.
Si lazima afanye tena ndo.
Hapana, my dear. Sitting in that class, if they are a dedicated student attending all classes, it is selfish to even make them like repeat. So just guide them, give them even a D, but it is hard to study when you're an adult.
Bobby told me, asked me, Jagero, who are your best people of the year, people of the year, and you're one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that feels so nice.
You know, you guys have taught me things. Have shown me love.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah? Is it the sex?
No, there is no sex. There is absolutely no sex.
But there
is intellectual orgasm.
There's a guy who came here and talked about polygamy. Now wewe unapiga mayowe.
That guy does not understand polygamy. He's talking about polygamy, yet he's still saying, I have to ask her what she's bringing on the table. His reasons for polygamy are not reasons why people should go into polygamy. You go into polygamy because you need a wife to take care of you as a nurturer. So, and you must be able to provide. If we are going polygamy, that's the traditional route. Man provides, women nurture. But you can't say, I want polygamy, women must be bringing something on the table. What are you looking for?
He said that you should be having a small business.
A small business. If you are the one opening
for which he funds. He said he funds it.
The thing is this.
Yeah.
But then don't ask her, what are you bringing on the table? Like her, marry her. Then put forward that business. You don't ask a woman, what are you bringing on the table if you want to be polygamous. But I think he just wants a Kenyan woman because he wants to be a politician.
Can we ask what you are bringing to the table if you're not polygamous?
Please just don't stop asking women what you're bringing to the table. You are a man. You are the thing is this, it just makes us see you are not a man anymore.
Really?
Yes.
Because you guys actually get disgusted by the question.
It's disgusting.
Really?
Yes. Jagero, as Zippy, I actually know what I'm bringing to the table. But if a man asks me that, I'm just like, what nonsense are we discussing?
Okay, let me ask you this question differently.
Yes.
It is okay for women to bring things on the table. It's okay.
It's not even okay. Women always bring something to the table.
Don't ask.
If you see a woman, you should be able to see her potential already. You should be able to see this woman can take care of her home. This woman can take care of business. If you're still asking that, then you're not a visionary. Then you can't see anything beyond her beauty. When you see Zippy, what do you see? That's the question. Full stop. Stop asking her, what are you bringing? The question is, what do you see? I'll ask you again, what do you see?
What do you see?
Yeah, I'll ask you that. Then you'll start stammering it, or have you ordered tea, or have you... Because you cannot answer that question also. I'll ask you, what do you see? What do you think? What do you want? Because a woman, what we know is we will multiply what you give us.
We will?
You will? Women will.
Tell me about that.
Jagero, women will always multiply what you give them. Let's start with this psychological. You give them peace, they'll give you double peace. Men want peace and they're bringing chaos. You bring chaos, you'll get double chaos.
Double chaos.
You bring peace, you'll get double peace. But then when it comes to investment, if you give, especially look at men who don't have like a big income, but they give their woman some money. They tell them, babe, I have only this amount of money that I'm getting as a salary. Ni 20,000. Me wacha nichukue 5,000. Ningangane na hii 15,000 budget. And you'll find the woman will budget with that money and people will not sleep hungry. She'll pay rent, watoto watavaa nguo and everything. But then you'll find that man who is always like, let's go shopping. You choose, I pay. Hataki kuonyesha bibi. Wacha nikwambie. Those are the men who will always be telling you, when I go with my wife to the market, she picks so many things because you are not open with her. She cannot help you invest because she does not know how much you're getting.
There is a lady who told me this, Zippy.
Yeah.
That Jagero, it pained me so much to be at the tail calling my husband to pay the bill.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Imagine you're living with a man who cannot trust you. You've told him shopping, babe, is going to be 30,000.
Yeah.
Then you're at the till waiting for him to pay on that till and send you a message and confirm. What? I mean, what is so hard? You're going back to the same house. You can take for him the receipt and tell him, babe, here's the receipt from.
Yeah.
When if you go to this supermarket, you can fake those receipts, German. So you go to the and tell, here's the receipt, here's the receipt. Give your wife an ATM card. And tell her, babe, not even your ATM card. Open a different account, put the money in it and tell her, babe, here's your ATM. This is where I'll be depositing money for the month for you to manage. Yeah.
I've actually seen that.
It works very easily.
There's a friend of mine in Kampala that has a credit card that she uses given by the husband.
Yes. It makes work so easy. Because even you as a husband, you can go and check the statement of that account. This one was used in supermarket, this one in salon, this one when they ate in the restaurant that day, she said she was going out with the kids, or she said she was going with her girlfriends, I can see she bought this. I mean, sincerely, it's easy. It's even easier to track where she is when you give her your ATM card. But men don't think. Men don't think. You can tell where she is if you give her a credit card. Yes.
Zippy, how has been 2020-24 for you?
It's been beautiful, Jagero.
Yeah,
it's been absolutely beautiful.
Congratulations on the community that you've been gathering.
Yeah, and thanks to you, Jagero. I think I'm at 76,000.
Hey man,
I began the year I think at 16,000.
Really?
I am at 76.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and thanks to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been something very mutual.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
And that is organic followers, Yeah. No, thanks. I believe it's because of this show.
Yeah.
Yes. I strongly believe because of this show.
And I think you are, in fact, when I look at the numbers on TikTok, your videos have generated about 35,000 followers.
Yeah, 35,000. And some have got 300,000 views.
Yeah.
100,000 views.
And do you know something funny with TikTok?
Yeah.
You can see what each video has brought in terms of following.
Yes. It's nice. It's nice. This year has gone so fast. I think it was just last week when I was relaxing and reflecting. There are some things in my head I had thought they happened last year, they happened this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been beautiful, starting from the release of Otis Janam, and work has been immense. I'm a senior, not lecturer. I'm a senior lecturer
What is the difference
at KCA University.
What is the difference between a senior lecturer and a lecturer? These things maybe
the moment you get your PhD like this, you become a lecturer. Before you get your PhD, the common people can call you a lecturer, but you're a tutorial fellow.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Then once you get your PhD, you are now a lecturer according to job categories.
Yes, job description.
Yes. Then after you have done some work, let me say some amount of research, supervised some kind of student, published in journals and stuff, then you get promoted to senior lecturer. So after senior lecturer, now I'll be an associate professor. Then after associate professor is professor. So Jagero,
how do you become a professor?
I do more research. If I get like serious research, maybe 3 more in the next 3 or 5 years, then.
And how do you get a research? You propose them?
Yeah, there are always research fundings being running around. I mean, so you keep applying because everyone is applying, and if you're lucky, you get. If your idea is good to be funded, and you do that research, especially if you're doing it together with the colleagues within your university and other universities. Like right now, there's a research that we were doing on gender-based violence in institutions of higher learning. I actually did a short film. So we did a needs assessment in like 7 universities, and then we did a short film. Then we've been going around the universities, screening it and having group discussions with them. Then we're going to write a final report and share. It was funded by the British Council, and we were doing it with the University of Nottingham. So if I get 3 or 4 more of those, I'll be associate professor. But so out here, you people, you'll stop calling me doctor. Now you'll be struggling with a new title, professor.
Professor. And how long are you going to be professor? In a year, 2025?
No. I think it takes time. It takes time, but I'm working hard. I just became a senior lecturer this year, and I'm very glad about that. I'm hoping by 2030 I'll be associate professor. It takes time.
Yeah, that is associate professor.
Yeah, associate professor.
Not full.
Not full yet.
Have you met my professor?
By the way, a lot of the people you hear being called professor, a lot of them are associate professors, not full professors.
What is the difference?
The difference is an associate, you have already accumulated what you need to become, like, let me say, research that's changing the world. You get what I mean? But to be a full professor, it's not just about research that's within your country. You must have impacted the world, not just your country.
Yeah?
Yeah. So a lot of professors are associate professors.
So in 2030, you shall have impacted the world.
I should have impacted a lot within Africa. You know, the other day, a few of my friends were in Kampala for, is it called Uganda Theatre Festival?
Yeah.
And you know,
I saw it.
Yeah, and the ambassador in Uganda there and the minister of, let me say, creative arts or something there stood and said, some of the key notable artists in East Africa. Imagine they said Dr. Zippy Okoth. I was not there, Jagero. They just texted me, hey, Zippy. Even the ambassador and the minister of Uganda know you as notable artists in East Africa.
Yeah.
I was like, so some people are noticing. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you were talking about 2024
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
The event that you've been doing, the community of beautiful people that you've been gathering.
Yeah.
First of all, we gathered them in Karen, and then we went to
Mageuzi.
Mageuzi.
Yes. Yeah.
How has that been?
It's been wonderful. I've created a beautiful community of storytellers. We didn't have it these last 2 months. I was fatigued.
Yeah.
I was fatigued. And for me, I think...
I'm also very fatigued.
I come fast. Yeah, I was fatigued. I said,
You come fast?
I come fast. So I decided, let me breathe. 2025 will be another year, God willing. Yeah. But it's been beautiful. People have been sharing their stories that have also taught me a lot of things. Seeing the beautiful side of every story. Like, it does not matter whichever story we talk about. People will tell us the beautiful, like the last one we had was about friendships. People talked about the good friends, the bad friends, the betraying friends, the accountable friends, you know, childhood friends, adulthood friends. And I think that was really beautiful. I loved it.
I was in that one, and you were two friends.
I had some of my two friends from campus. Yeah. Life is not worth all these bitter things.
This one is for fertility. Fertility.
You want to have how many more children?
Me, I'm done, babes. I'm so done.
Really?
Did you know something happened to me, Zippy? It's really... I shouldn't talk about it.
Tell us. It's a dialogue with Jagero. If we are not interviewing Zippy, it's a dialogue.
You know, our daughter has been away at the auntie.
Oh, this holiday?
Yes. First of all, she was with my sister, who was here for 2 weeks on holiday. And then when she came back home, she quickly decided to say that she wanted to go and stay with her cousin.
Yeah.
And she left.
Yeah.
My wife took her there. And so the last 1 week, the house is quiet.
Yeah, that's happened to me. The school's closed on 23rd. My children went to their grandmother. I told you, they are one of their grandmothers here in Rongai. She's very nice.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I told you this family loves me. It's their son who is with the Yombare. So they went to be their grandmother. They stayed there.
Whoever loses Zippy loses a good thing.
He loses a good thing.
There's a question that you should remind me.
Yes. Which one?
When we finish this discussion, how to come first as a person or as a woman?
Write it down. Me, I'll forget.
No. You forget, Professor. You started from forgetting.
I'm on holiday mode. I'm not on work mode.
Have you met do you know Professor Joseph Aderongala?
Professor Ngala?
Yes.
From Kabarak University? Music professor?
No.
I think that's the only one I know. Professor Ngala from Kabarak. Yeah, he's a music professor. That's the one I know.
No, this one is a professor of international relations.
No, that one I don't know him.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
He loves people.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the guy that helped me get this studio.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, professors are good people.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey man, I need my own studio.
Yeah.
I went to him, we were just basking there on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll take you to an office where I'm a board member.
Wow.
And he came here and they told him that I had to pay 200,000 deposit. He said, no. This artist does not have 200,000.
I love that.
Look like he has 200,000.
For rent.
Then he got out his checkbook and wrote 30,000 and said, this is me to him. So don't let the studio go. So he will come back and pay. Jagero, what can you get tomorrow?
Yeah. That's so nice.
I said 70,000. He's bringing 70,000. Yeah. That other one we will pay. Oh. That's how I got this studio.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's very good.
That's why it's good. That is, that is an investment. When you have such kind of people, those are the investments that people should have. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So that is what we call human resource.
Human resource.
It's a human resource. It's a great resource.
So I was telling you a story. I woke up and I went to my daughter's room. I don't know what I was trying to fetch.
Yeah.
And the kitanda was just there, well done by the house help, and she was not there. And I was like, shit.
Yeah. That's it. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
The whole holidays. So my kids went to visit their grandmother. Then they came home for a week, and all the nieces and nephews came to my place for a week. My house had like 12 kids, and then
12.
Yeah, and then they went again, and it's like now they went to visit my sister. Then they went back to visit the grandmother. Then they came back. I insisted, hey, you have to come back. I'm starting to start feeling insane in this silence. Yeah. Then now they are with the father for like 3 days again. Then they'll come back. And it's not easy.
When are you going home?
Oh, I have to eat Christmas at home.
Oh, you are eating Christmas at home?
Yes.
Do you know a date where you're leaving and going and driving down?
Not so sure yet. I can't say here because my boss will want. I might go before they say, you are now released for holidays.
You're an associate professor, don't be afraid.
Then it'll be
how do you make yourself fast? How do you make yourself fast? How do you come fast as a person? Because a lot of people are struggling with it. The other day, there's a lady who came here. Her name is Filgona Yoga. And she said that I don't want to be a good woman. I want to be a good man. The way the society looks at a good man.
It's the same way.
The man that does what he wants.
Yeah.
The man that his word is final.
Yes.
And blah, blah, blah. That video went really viral.
I like that. I really like that. I think there was a panel when somebody asked, like, how should I lead as a woman? And then I even asked, Kwani, how do men lead? The question is, all men lead differently, so we can't even say how to lead like a man. Jagero, the way you lead is totally different from the way another man leads and all that. You know, even at the workspace, we've seen men who have made organizations collapse, and we've seen men who have made it right. So we can't say lead like a man. So the same way, let's say there's nothing like leading like a woman, leading like a man. If you're a good leader, you're a good leader. And that's it. So some of these things, I agree with her, with the way she said she wants to lead like a man, but for me it's not. I just want to be a great person. I want to be a great, not people-pleasing. The way I become fast is not that I plan to be fast. Always do your best. Integrity, I'm an Asumbi girl, so integrity is our motto. Always do your best at any given time. Then surprisingly, you'll always find that people notice that, and then you'll always be fast in something because people will notice and they'll give you recognitions and accolades without knowing. As long as you know you're doing your best, you'll always find yourself leading the pack. Because people are scared of giving their best for different reasons. They're people scared of giving their best because wanaogopa watongezwa kazi and they don't want a lot of obligation. You know, there are those people like that. No, I don't want people to see that I'm good because they'll give me too much work. And Then there are people who are just scared of that kind of recognition. There are people who are scared of good things, of power, of space, of being at the top. Yeah, it's a fear that comes with you. And it's a self-esteem thing. And I think maybe it's a trauma thing. Because you start thinking, what will people say of me? What will people think? Will I be nice to them? No. I'm a chair of department right now at KC University, Department of Film and Performing Arts. And I can't say I'm the perfect chair of department, but I really do my best. Yeah, there are changes I've made, which might not really go well with people.
What have you done? Have you removed tea?
No, we've never had tea at the departmental level. We've never had tea, so at least I've not interfered with the stomachs. But there are changes that I've made that some people are not pleased with, but it has made, in the long run, 2 semesters down the line, people realize it was good for the running. I also don't like hearing student complaints twice about the same lecturer. Especially if it's a part-time, if I hear student complaints twice, I don't give you a unit again because, the first time I talk to you one-on-one and I tell you these are the problems, Nini, that have been raised. Next semester, hear different complaints and I just say, let's take a break. When you're ready, we'll have you again. Yeah. So some of those things people don't like because people like condoning mediocrity. Students complain, then you just take it on, just give the person, no. Just give the person you need, kazi yakuna, I'm like, kazi yakuna, but hata mimi sina kazi. That's why I'm trying to take care of this job of mine by ensuring the students are getting their best. Everybody must put their best foot forward. So as a leader, you just have to always prioritize, let me say, the main things are always, one, what does the organization, and the organization means your boss, want? And what do your clients need? Those are the 2 most important people. For me, my boss, of course, are my supervisors above me, and then my clients are my students. So these people here are at the same level. If we are not serving top and down, then something is amiss.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to lose. So being a leader is about creating that balance. Creating a balance, listening to people, getting solutions. I think being a leader has got more into conflict resolution than anything else. Yeah, and sometimes conflict resolution does not mean fairness to everyone. And that is the most difficult thing about leadership. So when it comes to leadership, is it the way men lead? No, I've seen very bad male leaders. And I've seen very good women leaders. The same way I've also seen very good male leaders and very bad women leaders. A good leader is a good leader. Yeah.
Do you think that you have been bolder in 2024? Because if me, I've run through your social media.
Yeah.
And I've seen a very unique difference this year.
Maybe, I think, I don't know if I become bolder. I think the difference is that now that I have a larger following, then people feel like it's bolder. Maybe I think the time when I really got bolder was 2018-19. Yeah, because, 2018-19 when I started talking about really divorce and stuff. But you see, I didn't have a large following, so it was not really being as impactful as it is right now. Yeah, but I think 2018-2019 is when I really became very bold, and I think the radio stations were very uncomfortable. With who is this woman who is openly speaking about divorce? And by the way, that year, it was not easy. And I think I sold out a theater show because The Diary of a Divorced Woman, it was called Stranger in My Bed, The Diary of a Divorced Woman, happening on 14th February. Do you know, we got sold out. And I was like, why? It's because people are intrigued, who is this woman who's ready to talk about divorce, openly? Divorce is something to be ashamed of. So when people come to my page, you have not healed, I'm like, oh God, get out of here with your trauma.
They're saying you are having trauma, and then you're telling them to get out.
You have not healed. And I'm like, you are the one who's not healed from your trauma. That's why it's so embarrassing for you to talk about it. For us, we have healed. In fact, the other day I posted, I've watched Makosa Niyangu, one of the recent Kenyan films, and I said, this film has really triggered me about my ex-husband and how he was. And some people are like, oh, healing. I told them, no. I have healed. Let us remember, like I always tell people, divorce is like death. If you lost your mother, your child, whether it is 10, 25 years ago, you still sometimes, sometimes I stop the candle, I cry because I've thought of my son or I've thought of my mother, and that's grieving. The same way, even divorce, sometimes I get triggered and I'll say everything and then I feel good. So there's nothing that you have not healed.
Yeah.
People cannot understand healing. I think people don't understand what healing is. Healing does not mean forgetfulness. People want people to forget to heal. As long as I mean, have a good mind. Why would I forget? If I can't forget the good things, how would I forget the bad things? So we really have to understand healing as a point of, I acknowledge this past. Sometimes the memory hurts me, but I let go. That is what healing is. Yeah. Yes.
The reason, you see, there are ladies who are actually reaching out to me a lot and telling me, me, I'm not as bold as Zippy. Feature what they tell you on social media. Feature account, feature Gina, feature number.
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah. What do you think about a lot of people fear being known for what they believe?
Because of social stigma. The society stigmatizes us a lot. That's one. So there's the stigma and there's the lack of self-esteem. Jagero, when people go through trauma, a lot of their self-esteem goes with them. Like, today I was just talking to a friend and we're discussing how, actually I was talking to Pendo, we're discussing how a lot of diseases are caused by stress, and back pain. Like me, when I'm stressed, first thing, back pain. Yes. Yeah, and sinuses, like I'll just get cloudy and stuff. But a lot of people are even getting cancer, diabetes. You are like, this diabetes, even lifestyle change is not helping it. Blood pressure, nothing is helping it. Then they just decide to go for therapy and stuff, and everything disappears. Everything else disappears. So there's a lot of things people are scared of because of self-esteem issues, stigma issues, trauma issues. Our childhood trauma, it doesn't have to be because of relationships. There's a lot of childhood traumas, even image, the bullying that we went through in school. During our time, a lot of people went to boarding school. And boarding school, there were good things to it, but there were really a lot of bad things to it. You are being bullied, you look like this, you look like that. Like me, I was called short in primary school, yet I was the youngest. I was younger than everybody by 3 years. So I was definitely going to be shorter than anyone. Nowadays I meet those people and I was like, but I was short. How comes I'm taller than you? Because I was basically young. I finished class 8 at the age of 12. People were already 14, 15. So
at the age of 12?
Yes. I finished Form 4 at 16, Jagero. Yeah.
People are supposed to finish Form 4 at 19.
Hey, 19 doesn't happen. No. Normal people, let me call it normal. Normal people should finish Form 4 at age of 18.
18?
Yeah.
Latest?
Yeah, that is normal. Yeah.
Latest.
So 19, 20, either you repeated or you started class 1 late or things like that. There's school fees problems and stuff. There are many things. Yeah, but normal people finish at 18. And so me, I finished at 16. Yeah. And I know in that year in our school, we were 3 girls who finished at 16. And so when I look at it, I was bullied for being short and fat. By the way, I've always been fat, So when people look at me, I've always been short, fat, like, yes.
Fat?
Yes.
Right now, you are not fat? You plump or you fat?
Whatever. Plump is just a better word for fat. No. Jagero, there are terms that are, the plump, fat, I'm fat, full stop. There are things me don't...
I also don't think, I don't consider you fat.
Yeah, because...
I just consider you a low voluminous woman.
That is the thing, It's still another word. It depends. When a Kamba woman or a Kamba man meets me, they think I'm a giant. You get what I mean?
Oh, really?
Because, Kambas are tiny and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you look at the people from the Nile Lords, they'll think like Luos, Kalenjins, Luyas, they'll be like, this is the size of a woman. So it depends on people's background. So I was, I think, bullied a lot. And a lot of people have gone through that bullying of the way you look, your body, where you come from, even poverty. People have been shamed even for poverty, isn't it?
Yeah.
In boarding schools. And that has really led to a lot of trauma in people. That's why, so when somebody writes for you, anonymous, please share for me. But I rarely do anonymous posts.
Oh, really?
If you've noticed. Yeah, because I just deal with the people on the inbox. Yeah, I just talk to them, like, what is really the issue, Nini? But I just talk to people there. And if it is something that is, I think maybe I can just direct you to a lawyer or I direct you to a therapist. It's always either of those two.
A lawyer or a therapist?
A lawyer or a therapist. Yeah. Yes, because sometimes you don't need to ask people. I tell people, the moment you post anything anonymous, you're only going to get 30% good answers. The other 70% are abuses and toxic responses.
Yeah. Because they don't know you, they can't.
So you might end up reading more of the toxic responses, and yet your esteem was already down here. Then it builds more on that. How will that have helped you? Yes.
What is the biggest lesson that you've learned in 2024?
I always say happiness is a choice. I don't know. I think I'm going back to peace is expensive.
Is it?
Yes. I've always been peace is expensive, die hard. The last 2 years I've been on happiness is a choice. But I think peace is expensive and peace is happiness. You get what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
You don't I don't get it.
Jagero, when you have peace, you're happy. Happiness is not about laughing.
Yeah.
Yes, happiness is about being at a very tranquil place without chaos. That is what happiness is. Because I realize we have a lot of people who are laughing, but they are stressed, they are traumatized, because laughing is the outward show of joy. But peace is the inward show of joy, because there's no chaos where peace is. So I think, and peace is expensive because you are going to create enemies to get your peace. When you say no, learning to say no is when you want your own peace. But when you tell people no, it will be like, oh, siku hizi anaringa, hataki kukuja event yetu, nini hapatikani. You get what I mean? But you're choosing your peace. You know, if something is not working for you, it's up. Let me say, like this December, I've had to put down almost 3 events that I couldn't go to because I was tired. Yeah, and the problem with me is I don't know how to lie. So I just tell the person, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to come. I'm so fatigued.
And many people won't like that answer.
And they don't like that.
They would rather I am out of town.
Yeah, no, we'll get for you somebody. I'm like, I am so fatigued. Like, I can't even drive myself. I even feel like I'm dozing when I'm driving. Like, I'm fatigued. I'm taking rest. I'm on leave, so I can't come. And people don't take that well. And so for me, I've reached a point of like, I've said my truth. When you meet me and you ask me, Zippy, you missed our event last time, I'll not be struggling where I was. I'll be like, oh, I was on leave. I was fatigued. Jagero, me, I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to lie. I think.
But a lot of people are struggling with lying and or saying half truth.
Exactly. Why?
Why?
Because they don't want to hurt people. People are so people-pleasing. Don't want to hurt people. At the end of the day, you're still going to hurt people, whether you tell them the truth or the lie. So you better tell them the truth. As long as you're going to do something that's not going to be accepted by others, people will still not like you. So you better die with the truth. Yeah. And also, if you are dealing with mature people, when you tell them the truth, they will understand. People who are not mature are the ones who will not understand. So the question is, who is in your circle? Who's in your circle, Jagero? That's the one thing that has given me peace. Who is in my circle? So this year, I think I have really defined my circle. I have made few mature friends, not just friends. Few mature friends like Jagero.
Do you think I'm mature?
No, you're mature. Mature does not mean, you know, people look at maturity. I don't know. You are mature, like you're mature upstairs, you know. Maturity is...
I will take my flowers.
Take your flowers.
Cookie told me to take my flowers.
Take your flowers.
Cookie told me to... Can you imagine she sat there?
Yeah.
Jagero, take your flowers.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, you're mature, Jagero. You know, there are people who are not mature. People are always throwing a tantrum over every small thing. Nini, you didn't come. Jagero, me, do you know a lot of my friends don't even come for my events? Even me, I don't bother. Like, I don't even ask them, why didn't you come?
Yeah.
It's none of my business. If they wanted to come, they'll come. If they don't want to come, they won't come.
They won't come.
Even when I do my movies, I tell people, my friends are not my audience. My audience is the one who are client. My friends are family, they just come if they want, but I'm not marketing for them. I'm marketing for the audience out there. So it's very important to see who's in your circle. I'm also trying to strategize myself for many things. Yeah, I still have dreams. I still have many dreams. I mean, apart from marriage dreams, I have a lot of dreams.
You have marriage dreams?
For me? Love dreams. Let me call it love. I don't know about marriage anyway, but love.
Marriage.
I think the moment you start thinking marriage, it's the beginning of the end. Let me just talk about love. Yeah.
No, I think Zippy, I think in 2025 you need to get a nice good man, a husband, somebody that is gonna be touching that hair.
Yeah, calling me. Oh,
that hair today is so beautiful.
It is.
Oh,
it's fire.
It is so beautiful. The color is amazing.
Yeah. The color is amazing.
I've been trying to
cream of nature, ginger blonde.
She's going into the supermarket. I hope that you're enjoying this program. Over the last 15 years, I have been working online for clients in America, in Europe, and all over the world. And that is why it pains me a lot when I see a lot of African brothers and sisters saying that they do not have a job. Now, this is the problem. A lot of people are trying to look for a job in 2024 in their own town, in their own country, in their local area. Now, the truth is, there are no jobs in Africa, at least not so many jobs. The good news is that we have internet these days. We have a tablet, we have a computer, we have a phone, and that means that we can do a lot of jobs, and those jobs are online. That is why over the last 4 years I've been writing a book that is called Digital Goldmine. It is a book that explains to you how you can earn money online. The 18 hustles that I've chosen are basically for Africans, because what happens when you are doing online jobs is that payment is usually a problem. So these 18 side hustles that I have put together in this book, you can be paid very well and very conveniently. Okay, so the book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. That is about $10. You can buy it in Kenya using pay bill number. You can buy it online from anywhere in the world using a credit or a debit card. All the information about this book is in the description below. And if you have a brother, you have a wife, you have a husband, you have a friend who is sitting at home and watching Netflix, please do buy this book for them. If you are the one sitting at home and watching Netflix and have nothing to do, please buy this book and your life is gonna change forever. Because I have been doing this online and I've been traveling and I've been enjoying myself and having a lot of fun. So thank you very much, and now back to programming. So 2025, you're telling people that
a lot of things.
You need to take a good look at your friend.
Take a good look at who is your friend, and are you growing with your friends? The thing is, this issue of just gossiping with the friends. I mean,
this year, VP, there are friendships that have really have left me very sad.
Like what?
Friends. There are friends that have left me very sad.
What did they do?
Things that I can't say on the podcast.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is that I've made so many other friendships.
Yes.
This podcast in 2024 has taught me about friendship. And this podcast has also taught me, it's my star of 2024.
Yeah.
Dialogues with Jagero.
Yeah.
It's my star of 2024.
Yeah.
It has made me meet so many people, so many amazing people, but has also taught me love.
Yes.
That, nobody has ever, I have not given anybody money to come to this podcast.
Yes.
And they have always come.
Yeah.
With their taxi money, with their fuel.
You are calling rich people. But it's because you're inviting mature people.
Is it regardless?
Yes.
Yeah. So it has taught me that people, if you get the right people, if you talk to the right people,
they know why they are coming. If you're getting immature people, they'll ask you, "Oh, are you going to pay me?" And then, if you get people who understand why they're coming to the podcast, they don't need to ask, because they understand the benefit, the shared benefit for both. Yeah. So you are getting a mature audience.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah.
I think so. And the audience is also very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good. I've made friends out of the country. Everywhere.
Hey, you've traveled. Umena, are you? This year I have not left the country, by the way.
You haven't?
No, this year I have not
But
left
you
the
were supposed
country.
you were in Zanzibar celebrating what you were
No, that was last year. So, this year. No, I didn't go. My producer went. Yeah, I didn't go.
The producer that we were with here the other day.
Yes, yeah. So I was so busy. There was so much work. So I just said, go, our company, we just...
Put you in a ticket, fit in a plane.
Anyway, GI said, sponsored the ticket to Zanzibar because they were part of some of the people who funded Rotisian. So we told them, please just sponsor us. No, actually, so we did go to Zanzibar, but she went to South Africa, Pretoria. So GIZ sponsored us a ticket to South Africa, Pretoria, where we also got another nomination. We've gotten a lot of nominations, by the way, by now. So there's the Zanzibar International Film Festival. There was another one in Egypt. I've forgotten the name. There is Malawi. There is Mombasa International Film Festival, where we also won sound design. Then
sound design?
Yeah, best sound design, yeah. Then there's also that one of National African Film and TV Awards, which is a global festival, where we were also nominated. We didn't win, but I mean, that's nomination, like big,
Nomination is
yeah, it happens in Europe, America, and that is the African version. We're like, damn, that's the Oscars. So we felt very honored to even be part of the nominees. And yeah, so the film is doing quite well. We are glad. We are very happy for this far.
We have not gone to show it Uko
Nyalogonga. I'm looking for a sponsor.
To take us there.
Yes, if I'm going there, I can't just go to screen a film. I must carry the actors because the actors are the face of the film.
So what do you do to what is the sponsorship going to? The transportation?
Transport, accommodation, and if you come from Rosenga and you're coming home, you must buy fish. So I cannot carry these actors and not give them money to buy fish for their families, Yeah, so I need accommodation, transport, and something to give the actors to buy fish, yeah. At least if I carry maybe even 4 actors, yeah, it will be good. Then we screen, then the people will... We shot with a community of 300 people, So they'll be very excited to see Nick Kwach, Masese, and after the movie, hug them.
That boy is doing amazing things.
No, he's lovely. He's lovely.
Yeah, those skits he's doing. Are they called skits?
Yeah, those are skits. Yeah, those are
social media.
Yes,
yeah, they're beautiful.
No, Nick Kwach is doing a tremendous job together with his team also, and I think that's what we want to see art going to. I like where the Kenyan film is also going,
but it has also gone to social media, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
because Facebook has started paying.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Yes, I can't wait for the time they start paying. But you'll teach me how. Yeah.
They're gonna start paying.
You'll teach me how.
But because we are also going to be talking about some of your major projects that you are unveiling in 2025.
Oh,
are we going to talk about it, or you want to keep it under wraps? The podcast.
You have said it. Okay, we'll have a podcast. But you've really. It got me really thinking. People have been telling me you need a podcast. But I think talking to you was like. Jagero says I need a podcast, and we talked, and you're like, So I've really been thinking about it from that time when we had an interview, I think in February, and I thought it's time. Yeah, I'm turning 42 next year, February, and I think that will be the best time to release it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be a powerful podcast.
It will be.
It will be very powerful, and let them wait.
Yeah,
and we'll shoot it here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to be part of it in whatever capacity.
Yes. I mean, you put the idea into my head, so it's just good. And you're my friend, so it's easier to work with a friend.
It's easier to work with a friend. What is? Do you have somebody that changed your life this year? 1, 2 people that's really.
My children changed my life this year.
Your children.
My children actually changed my life this year. Yeah, this year I've really spent intimate times with my children. From January, I actually wrote it part of my vision board. I'm going to be intentional about spending time with my children. And I made it so, almost every evening I needed to be at home. So that by the time they're coming from school, but they reach home maybe around 5:30. When they come and they see my car parked there, they get so excited, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, mommy, you're home. And then when they come and they don't find me there, they go like, so I didn't know you were going to work. What time are you coming back? I feel like I have really grown so close to my children, and we have created a very beautiful relationship. We talk about a lot of things, their fears. I feel like I've become like their close friend.
Me, I'm struggling with talking to my daughter.
Yeah, don't ask questions. That's the secret.
Yeah?
Yeah, what I've understood is, don't ask children questions. Talk about yourself.
Oh, really?
You know, our children don't know us. So this year I've been telling them a lot about my childhood.
Oh yeah, please tell me more.
Yes,
because I'm really stuck.
So tell them about your childhood. They want to know you. They want to know you beyond a father. They want to know you. How was life like when I was like this? Like I show them photos when I was a child. I tell them stories. Me and my brother were like this. One day me and my brother we did this. One day me and my sisters we did this. So they're seeing us, like when they see my brothers and sisters, they remember those stories of how Stimekipotea, what were we doing, Yes, how we used to hide meat under the vegetables. We used to be given 3 pieces of meat only, and you put your meat under the vegetables. So you finish with the vegetables when you eat your 3 pieces of meat, so that you have a long-lasting taste of meat in your mouth, And those things make them laugh because they wonder first of all, 3 pieces of meat. Then they are told, serve.
Oh my God.
So those things make them really see a different perspective of life. You tell them, my mother was like this, my mother used to do this. We've done a lot of things together. Not even like travel. We've only traveled, to Shags once, and we went to Nyeri the other day. But spending time together, telling them, hey, mommy does not have money now. And they understand, what will we cook? Let's cook together. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, I've been really struggling with how to.
How old is she now?
She's turning 9.
Oh, that's the question. That's the question stage. So, it is difficult. It's the question stage for her. Like she wants to ask you a lot of things, but she also finds it hard to ask you things if you are not opening up to her.
Because even when I'm driving, and I hear her talking to the mother a lot, but she doesn't talk to me as much. So that has been a real...
You have to create the environment by being the one who's sharing. Yeah, so you don't wait for her to tell you. I read somewhere the other day that we don't trust people because of the way they relate to us, but we like because they ask us for help. No, we trust people because they tell us about themselves. So I end up trusting you because I know enough about you. Not because you are always there or because you're always listening. No, it's because you are telling me enough about you, so I know enough about you to indulge in your life. So she needs to hear more about you, your childhood, your father, your mother.
And I've got a lot to tell about
and that. Yet you feel like, hey, this is too much for the childhood. No, tell them. The only thing that's too much for them to hear is your first girlfriend. But you and your siblings, your parents, there's so much. How you played by the river and all that kind of stuff. How you stole mangoes. How you used to greet. My kids find it funny that we used to stand at the gate and wait for buses when it's coming from, 1 kilometer away. That time we had a bus called Sungura.
Yeah.
And we wave and we wave and we wave bye-bye until Sungura disappears, and OTC. And even policemen, that when we saw policemen, we used to run away. Like, those things make them laugh, like, run away from policemen. Like, so you tell them those childhood stories. I think it makes parenting very different. So for me this year, I have learned also a lot from them. My children are very...
How old are they?
One is 12, and one is turning 8 this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on 15th December. Funnily... I realized my daughter, she wants to become a lawyer. Oh God, she's too fair. So the other day when the nephews were in the house, I told you I had like 12 kids.
Yeah.
I decided to do the dancing competition. When we were kids, we were also being done for dancing competition. Money's on the table.
Yeah.
So I said, number 1, we'll get like 100. Number 2, like 60. Number 3, 40. Well, the kids danced and finished like 3 songs. Each person got a choice. Then I said, all of you are good dancers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have 10 shillings. I divide everybody, get 70. My daughter was like, no, ma'am, that's wrong. That's a lie. I like, so it's number 1. So it's number 2. So it's number 3.
Is it important coming from a teaching background?
Yeah.
Is it always good to show people that they are equal?
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not. And actually, so I said, okay. I felt a bit embarrassed because, one, I didn't want to hurt any of the child's feelings. But when my daughter said, no, mommy, I was like, yeah, mama, you're right. But now, I was just telling, she was just like, but now, I said, no, mama, this is what you had already said that number one. Even them, they can see who is number 1, 2, 3. And I told her, okay, Angela is the chief judge. And Angela wanted the little kids. And I thought to myself, wow, I have done a great job. This is a very fair child,
Yeah.
Yeah, but coming back to your question, as a teacher, it's not fair to make everybody equal. The world is not equal.
They should know that from a very young age.
Yeah.
And to work hard towards being better.
Exactly. Everybody. And also, there is to work hard towards being better, but there's also to accepting.
Yeah. Like my maths teacher told me.
Just accept you're not good in maths, full stop.
He told me.
Yeah, just accept.
He called me by my M-Pesa name.
Yeah.
Ken Anthony.
Yeah.
We need a word.
Yeah.
Took me to the office, the 5 of us, and told us that you're very poor. And you are going to mess up the score.
The score.
The overall score. To piss on.
Because of maths.
Because we were really poor. I was a D student in maths. So the teacher just told us, but for the sake of the entire score, we want, and for the case, because I see you guys getting a D.
Yeah.
And some of you are going to get an E.
Yeah.
And it's going to really mess up with your grade. So we agree that you guys are art students. So he told us
focus on English.
No. He took the math paper and told us the questions to avoid.
That's beautiful.
Yes, he said that Jagero, Ken Anthony.
These are the kind of questions that are
graph
really for
questions,
you.
No.
Yeah.
Aeronautical miles, no. And we avoided this, and he told us exactly how to take that exam.
Yeah.
And I got a C+.
Look at that. That's a wonderful teacher. What's his name?
His name is Mr. Machwek.
That's a wonderful teacher.
Yeah.
Then
there was Mr. Mundi Maths.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Ojema Chemistry.
Yeah.
But it was the only C in my.
And look at that.
It was the only C.
Teachers are good people. Yeah, especially if they find disciplined students. If there are 2 kinds of students. The kind of students you'll call and then you'll tell them that and they'll do exactly that. Then they're the kind of students you'll call and then nowadays they'll go to TikTok. Huh?
What has made you sad this year, Zippy, that was not a good show for you this year?
What has made me sad? I lost, I think, 2 students.
Oh, really?
Yes, I lost 2 students. Not just students at KCA, but students in my department during Maandamano. And I think that was a big blow to me and to the other students because it affected them. Actually, the body was found by one of the students. Yeah, so that to me has really been a big blow. I think another thing that has made me sad is an amount of femicide that has happened this year is embarrassing for a country like ours.
What do you think is going on?
It's embarrassing.
What do you think is going on with women being killed?
I put it back, I don't know, to the same social stigma. It's not a problem with the men or a problem with the women. Femicide is a social problem. And the moment we start embracing it as such, then I think is when we can be able to talk about it. We can't say it's the men who are bad, it's the women who are bad, because we have got femicide where it's men who have killed the women. And we have got femicide where it's the women who've committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
And then it will be said, because of whatever reasons. But what is the real cause? What is the root of the problem? We have normalized abuse. As a society, we have normalized abuse. And that is where the problem is. Yeah, so we need to stop normalizing abuse. Gender-based violence is wrong on all fronts. And we should not keep quiet. You're hearing your neighbor, hao wanapigana hivyo kila siku. Ni sawa, achana na wao, wacha kuingilia maneno ya watu wawili. The thing is, we have to stop being a society where we are unbothered whether our neighbors are fighting. We are unbothered whether it is raining, the neighbor's child is at the door, the neighbor is held in traffic, and you cannot bring the neighbor's child to your house because, I don't know that neighbor. When the neighbor comes, they will start saying, why did I take the children to the house? Why would you let a child be at the door? It starts with, for me, such small things. If you are so inhuman as to let a child just be rained on or stuff like that, then you're definitely going to see somebody kill themselves and then say, wow. And I always hear them fighting. Then what did you do? Yeah, that girl, the way I saw her even walking past the gate the other week, I knew there was a problem. What did you do at that time before? We try pretending that we are so holy, we are distancing ourselves from things. We're telling people to heal, stay there, nothing is good. But then what did you do as an outsider to help this situation? So we always say, kila mtu akona shida yake. And so,
or even if your daughter keeps calling you and telling you that she's being battered, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Your daughter is being battered, but you're like, just stay there, that's a good man. Or what have you done? You're telling your daughter, what have you done? I mean, you don't trust your own child. You don't trust, you are trusting a stranger against your daughter whom you have been with for over 20 years. And then you're saying, what did you do? Men are like that. No, she didn't see the father like that. That's why she's reporting to you. Exactly. Like for me, I didn't see my father abusive. My father is a good man. People will say to you, no, but anyone who saw my family raised, my parents were nice.
By the way,
my parents were
that
really
reminds
nice.
me about. Did you watch Latoya's interview?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So you talked about my mother.
Yeah.
And I told you that my mother was super generous. My mother was like, and Latoya is just one of the many people my mother took care of.
That story was
by the way,
that very was traumatizing.
Latoya, my mother stood with the Latoya and even helped him get to hospital. But Latoya, he said what happened to him, right? Yeah, and helped him get treatment and all that. So, and that's a time when Homa Bay is a small town. Yeah, LGBTQ things are not things people speak about. In fact, Luos have a bad name. They call it botch. You get it? So LGBTQ, traditionally, they used to say that is a botch and all that kind of stuff. People who shy away from women and stuff. But why would somebody go and rape a man then? You get what I mean? Why are we criminalizing this one who's been raped for being the one with LGBTQ and not the person who raped them, who sodomized them? That's why the society fails me a lot of times. Like right now, we women are being stigmatized for living. Why aren't those men being stigmatized? For being abusive to us.
By the way, they're
it's
stigmatized.
Yeah, it's always one-sided. It's like always it's the abused. The victim is the one who's always stigmatized more and more. Even when people know the abuser. Even when people know the oppressor. Yeah. The people who do this thing, people who rape our children, we know them in the communities. But then we start saying, dress well, Nini. What dress well? Take that man to prison. Cane that man. Tell that, chop off his dick. I mean, what are we discussing? Take that man to prison. The thing is, we cannot continue discussing. I did a film about rape, about university rape. Yeah, it's called Comrade Cause. And the truth is, it came from real stories. Because we did a needs assessment and we got real stories, and that's how we did those films. And when we do the forum discussions, trust me, it's deep. It's deep. People are walking out here, and they're rapists. People are walking out here and they're rapists. In one of the institutions, we always do this Mentimeter survey. And we ask, do you trust that the authority can take care of you or help you in case you are in the same circumstances of sexual harassment or abuse? One day, the Mentimeter survey gives anonymous answers. There is nothing they can do because I am still here. I got shivers. Even right now, I'm feeling cold. You know what that meant?
Said?
See, the Mentimeter survey, it's anonymous. So you give people a code and they keep sending the answers. So it appears on the screen. People saying answers pop in. You get it? So you have an audience here and they have their phones. They put the code. You don't put your name. So when the answers come, you see all the answers on the screen. The answers keep adding. And one of the answers comes there on the screen. There's nothing they can do because I am still here and there's nothing they've done.
I am still here is the rapist.
Exactly. It means
Really?
we are here in this room doing a sexual gender-based violence awareness campaign, and one of us here is a rapist.
He was in the room.
But we can't know who it is.
But you can't know who it is.
Exactly.
That is terrifying.
And that is what's happening in the whole society. That is what's happening, Jagero. That day, and I was reading the comments as they appear on the screen because they are anonymous. And we say, write as many answers as you want. They're appearing on the screen. When I read that, I said, let's pause, guys. I'm reading this again. I said, let's pause again, guys. I am reading this again, and I want us to reflect what that means. It means that the person next to you could be a rapist. And it means that the person next to you could be a victim. You see, the same way they say 1 in every 3 women have experienced abuse or are experiencing it. And that's the thing. So it's like when you're sitting between 2 people, it's either the person on this side or this side.
He's an abuser.
Yes.
That is fucked up.
And that is the thing. And so when we start blaming the abused and not talking about
why do
persons,
people find it very easy to blame the victim?
Because society loves blaming people. Yeah. To look clean, you blame another person for problems, isn't it? Yeah. Who stole the sugar? I was a kid. You know that song of, there was a song where you say, no sugar, what? Did you take sugar? No, papa. Open your mouth, ha, ha, ha. There's sugar. Yeah, Johnny, yes, papa. Eating sugar? No, papa. Telling lies? No, papa. Yeah. We are a society that's accustomed to lying, accustomed to blaming other people. It's her. She's the one. We always want to say it's her. You get what I mean? It is not us. Us, we are clean. We are Christians. No. We are holy. We can't do such a thing. How can we? We are Christians. We are holy. We are educated. We have gone to school. We have good businesses. We cannot do such a thing. No. And yet we are the same people doing such a thing behind closed doors.
As somebody is raising a girl, I'm very afraid.
Be very afraid.
Are you? How do you deal with the fear of the unknown?
I am scared every day, but let's say if my parents did so much and I'm here, I can only do so much. They'll be fine. That's why I said I'm going to be very intentional about spending time with them, talking to them. I want to be the first person to hear my children's fears. Yes, and I think I've really shared that when they tell me what happened in school, some things that happened that were not right, and things that happened, not even to them. Sometimes they tell me things that happened to somebody and they feel the teacher was not fair, and I'm like, yeah, but Mama, this is what's so
when they become of age, maybe 18, 17, how will you are you thinking about how you are going to have a more nuanced conversation?
Just continue conversation. If you start conversation early, it will always continue. If you do not start it early, there will be no conversation later.
Yeah?
Yeah. Jagero, if you do not start having a conversation with the daughter now, at 18, you will be the last person she's talking to. You are not going to suddenly start talking to someone at the age of 18 when she's been around you for those 18 years and you're not talking. And girls are funny.
Yeah?
We take time to trust people. So if I've been around you for 18 years, why should I start trusting you yet I didn't trust you all these years? So you have to start building the trust now, and you build trust by sharing your life. Then people trust you.
Are you afraid of how the parents out there are raising their boys?
I am.
Do you think about it?
Yeah, I think about it. Yeah. But you can only do your part. I think most important for me is to teach my children to make good choices in life, have open conversations with people. Because I think that as millennials, we were not taught how to have open conversations with people. Yeah. One day, when we were having our Sumbi alumni reunions, one of the ladies, I think the ladies looked wonderful.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Our Sumbi girls have made it. The ladies looked wonderful.
Hey.
So one of the ladies, she...
Wamemoka.
Wamemoka. Asumbi girls wamemoka upstairs, straight, clean.
Hey.
Kichwa iko sawa.
Sisi kama wale boys
Kuna. No wonder they say Asumbi girls are tough-headed. They say Asumbi girls are tough-headed because we are not tough-headed. We are straightforward. That's the word they don't want to use.
What was your motto?
Integrity.
Really?
Yes, integrity is about doing the right thing whether someone is watching or not. That is the meaning of integrity. Doing the right thing whether someone is watching or not. And people don't like straightforward people, so it will not be easy. It can't be easy to date an Asumbi girl because we are straightforward. We just tell boy, hapana boss. Hapo penye naenda haitaweza. Yeah.
Aliniambia in the morning sijui kuongea na polisi.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't tell the police why they have been arrested. They have arrested somebody. When you are a judge. This is an issue of corruption. Deal with it.
So there are a lot of... So one of the ladies, she told, when she got a chance to speak, and she said, we were taught very important things at Asumbi Girls, but one thing we were not taught is how to marry right.
Hey.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, damn. Yeah. How to marry right.
James is idea na maji ni kunywe.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, one thing we were not taught was how to...
It was not in the syllabus, was it?
But you see, she spoke for a lot of girls' schools. When she said that, I was like, it's not an Asumbi Girls problem. A lot of millennials, we were not taught about how to ask the right questions during a date. Women, we are the ones who are always being asked your age, where do you come from? Do we always ask questions? We don't.
We should. You should.
Yes, so I like it that my children are very inquisitive, and I encourage it. Yeah. Yes. Like when my children ask questions, I don't shut them down. It is, we were used to be shut down. Wacha kuuliza mgeni maswali. Nowadays, I let the child ask questions. If you want to answer them, answer. If you can't answer, I'll answer them. Yeah. But I'll not tell them, wacha kuuliza mgeni maswali. So the Asumbi Girls and many girls' schools in Kenya, millennials generally were not taught about relationships. Because we were in boarding schools, we were in Christian schools, boys were bad, keep away, nini. Yeah. We kept away until we went to college, then we realized they are here with us. Then suddenly we didn't even know how to talk to them. We were trying to focus on school and books, and the few ones we tried to date, we don't even know whether we were dating right. So there were a lot of things so that I think our daughters need to learn to ask questions early enough. Like, I want to be in such a safe space with my child, and hopefully in a safe space with, like, she should be confident and have a good self-esteem. And even me, I should have confidence in her. So that if she tells me I'm going to visit a male friend, I trust that she's going to make the right decisions. Not I'm scared like shit, she can get pregnant. No. We have talked about pregnancy. It is not going to come through osmosis. If you have sex, you'll get pregnant.
Yeah.
And your body feels things when somebody kisses you, touches you. So she knows. So these are things that we have to talk about our children. Yeah. Like nothing happens by accident. Be in a space where you feel secure and free. Yeah. Not in a place where you can be compromised.
Do you think then, in the face of femicide in 2025 coming up, is it easy to talk to women about this? How do you talk to adult women about femicide?
Just tell them our children are dying. We have to talk to our children. Yeah, our children are dying. One, because of also we are also not giving our children money. Let's also go to the other root of the matter.
Okay.
As parents, now let's move away from boyfriends. Mm-hmm. You see your daughter has got nice hair. She's not working. Where do you think she has gotten the money to make her hair? Jagero. Your daughter has finished Form 4. She's not working. You have not given her money. Her hair is looking nice. You have not bought for her an iPhone 15. iPhone 15 is 100,000. She has iPhone 15.
Oh my God.
As in, we must learn to ask our children real questions.
So the question is, do you ask them where they've gotten the iPhone 15 or you buy them the iPhone 15?
One, you don't have to buy them the iPhone 15 if you can't afford it. But buy for them an Android phone that can take good pictures. Can take good videos.
For IG.
The thing is, you can also give them...
There's a lady, there's a Muyu. Muyu is one of the ladies that come to my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think you've seen her. This other beautiful chick that comes from...
Yeah.
You know, we were up there in the lounge area, and I asked her, so how do you deal with the men that are flaunting things to you and trying to offer you these?
Yeah.
And then she looked at me, and you know what she said? They've said they can't match my father.
Exactly.
Eh?
Exactly, Jagero. You know, some of these things, I have seen fathers who, they don't carry their daughters in their own cars. At let her work out and buy her own car. Man, another man is going to carry your daughter in their car, a bigger car than yours. Let your daughter get used to driving your car. My daughter is 13, she can drive, by the way. Yeah, she can, yeah. Thanks to the dad. Yeah, he's done a good job. I like this baby daddy.
He's done a good job.
This baby daddy has done a good job. My ex-boyfriend, that is.
Yeah.
My ex-boyfriend has done a good job.
Si lingine.
Ile ni makosa yangu. No, my ex-boyfriend is a good dad. I say that. I mean, give somebody their flowers.
Yeah,
Yes, and their thorns. Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
Whatever.
Mugala ni nini?
Hata sijui.
Sisi Wajaluo hatujui mugala.
Yeah, so she knows how to drive, and I think that it's a good thing, though. I mean, if the police found her driving, I'd be jailed. But down in the village, it's a good thing in that if anything happened, I know she can actually drive me to hospital at night. You know,
Yes.
Yeah, so I think as parents, we really need to embrace telling our children they're beautiful. And I'll repeat this a lot of times. Let's tell our children they're beautiful. If we have money, give your child pocket money even if they finish Form 4. A girl needs money. Yeah, the same way a woman needs money. They say money is the shortcut to a woman's heart. Your daughter is a woman.
For sure.
For sure. Give your daughter money. Give her money for shopping. Give her money for her hair. Give her money, to just spend, so that not every person can make her feel like she's going to lose her dignity because of small niceties. Yeah. I think that's one thing that as a parent, we have to change our perceptions on that. Because we were raised to, me, when I finished Form 4, I started doing this. I mean, that was you. Your child is not going to suffer because you suffered.
Yeah.
That these children of mine, they are used to sausages, nataka kuanza kuwaeka na viazi. I mean, please, that was during your parents' time. Right now, let the child eat sausages if you have sausages. If you only went to school, yeah, if you went to school with only 200 pocket money, so your child, you are going to give a very little pocket money that can't make it, yet you can afford it. But give the child 1,000 or whatever you want to give them. I believe in some things, like if you really raise a child right, they will really know how to use that money. Like my children, we do budgeting together. So they know even if I give them money, they'll tell me, Mommy, I've used this, I've left this. They're not going to use it all and tell me, I finished, I was not so sure that I should have returned the change. No, they know Mommy is always like, my budget. When you go to supermarket, we don't pick the most expensive. We look at the discount tills first. Jagero. We look at the discount is, and when you go to the discount, we also calculate if this discount is real or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've written discount, then you're like, Pishori is 1,200. Then you go there and say, kwani hata huku Pishori ni 1,000, the same amount. Then basi iko wapi difference? Then let me just still go take my other Pishori, which is always cheaper, So you have to look at, is a negotiation a real negotiation? So we have to teach our children, one, self-esteem, confidence, to ask questions. I find it very important for girls to learn to ask questions. Ask questions, ask boys questions, ask men questions, challenge people's thinking. That way, if you can ask questions, it means you will easily get bored with somebody whose intellectual capacity is low. And so they will not fall in love with people who cannot answer their questions. You get what I mean? So it's good. Yeah.
What are you praying for 2025?
Of course, the podcast. Let's start with that. Yeah, we're going to have this podcast with Jagero. We'll tell you more about it next year, even the name and all that. We'll tell you about it next year.
Yeah.
So there's the podcast. Of course, I'm hoping to get some maybe research and consultancy. Yeah, I need money.
You need money.
I need money.
To make a film or to make your hair.
To make my hair. This hair is very expensive, you know. Roberta said...
I told you that I'm afraid of that hair because last time in Choma.
I told you to stop using Subaru and those cheap creams. They call Subaru dye.
Hey.
And I know, buy cream of nature. There's cream of nature or Revlon or Dark and Lovely. Only those three can I vouch for. Those are the only 3 hair dyes that you can use.
And this one of yours is called...
cream of nature.
This one of yours
Ginger
is called
blonde color.
Ginger blonde.
Yes, but cream of nature. So cream of nature, Revlon, Dark and Lovely. Those are the 3 I know that have never disappointed me. Any other one, I know one, they'll eat you, then...
Do you think I should put the entire beard on? I just put this one on?
No, that one, ask your wife.
Yeah, Joel, I'm asking you as a sister, Joel. Why are you jumping?
Because whatever I like, if she doesn't like it, what do you say?
No, I'm asking for the... Let's talk about the sake of the set. The set. We are not talking about bedroom. We're talking about the set.
I am my sister's keeper. I like that woman. From the day I saw her having a podcast with you, I'm like, wow, I love this woman.
Yeah, she's been my anchor.
I love her. Yeah,
she's been my anchor.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I love her too. I'll marry her again.
Yeah, marry her again. Please, at least for my sake.
I'm planning. You know, we never did a proper wedding because we were poor and shit.
Yeah. No, you're not poor. You're broke.
Broke. Okay. That's another way of talking about it. So I need to do a destination wedding.
Yeah.
Destination, yeah.
In Kenya or outside of Kenya?
No. We don't want to. Hapa Mombasa, hapa Nanyuki,
we will come.
Yeah?
We will come.
I'm actually thinking about what do you do when you anniversary wedding or what is that called?
It's anniversary.
Because
there are those things people call them.
Is our 10 year.
That's the time. Actually, that's what I wanted to say. Like there's the golden jubilee, silver. So that is silver.
10 years is what?
10 years I think is silver. Because there is silver, then there's golden, then there's diamond.
Diamond is 50.
I think so. I don't know, but I know.
I think 75 is silver.
Yeah.
Is diamond.
Yeah, so there is
for 75 years.
Yeah, I mean, people, those ones who live at 90 and they got married when they were 18, 19, 20. No, that time men were marrying at the age of 20. So that when you hear men here saying it, a man, before they reach 30, they are not mature. I mean, in my village, people still marry at the age of 20 and they live together for 40 years. Yeah. So this nonsense that, a man should be 30 and above. A woman, I don't know, 25, 27, nonsense. Let people marry when they want. I have seen men who marry very early and they're mature. I've seen men who marry past 40 and
nothing.
Nothing. They are so selfish. In fact, those ones who marry late are so selfish. That's why, Jagero, if I'm getting married now, I have to marry a man who has been married before.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
A man who's marrying for the first time at the age of 40, 50.
That's trouble.
Hey, that's a selfish man.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, men think that they're the ones who are judging us that, if you are marrying late, you are like this. Even as we judge them.
Even as we judge them.
Even as we look at them, we're like, one day one asked me, so do you have any children? He said, no. Then I'm like, so even just outliers, none that I know of. I'm like,
Roberta alisema hivyo walimtusi.
No.
She said, wewe uko 60 unanipenda. Unanipenda nini?
No.
All right, people of the internet, we are saying have a lovely 2025.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys grow. Zippy, I wish you the best in 2025 with your family, with your road to professorship. Is that a word?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a word. Yeah.
Very
By
good.
2030, God willing, I should be a professor.
Yeah.
I'm working hard towards that, and I'm hoping that roads open for me to get more research and consultancies.
Yeah.
And I also pray for good health, long life and happiness. Yeah. And a man, of course. If he comes with peace, not just any man.
I think there are so many men out there that want to come with peace.
That want to come with peace.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
So
yes.
you guys,
no, and some money, please.
If you love this woman, just wanakupata wapi, by the way.
Dr. Zippy Okoth is the word. Just Google it. You'll find me on Facebook.
There's a contact.
Dr. Zippy Okoth. There's only one globally.
Really?
Google.
Oh,
there's only one. That's a brand, man.
Dr. Zippy Okoth.
Dr. Zippy Okoth. That is the same one on Facebook, Instagram, where? Even YouTube, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the same, yeah.
All right.
But you can find me at KCA University. I have a small office there. But don't come without appointment.
By the way, universities, they have, what is it called? Every lecturer has an office.
No. You have to be special like me,
All right, people of the internet, happy holidays, happy 2025. See you on the other side. Yeah.